Comprehensive School Improvement Plan, CSIP, Drs. Alice and Mr. Hounson will update the board about the progress of the Comprehensive School Improvement Program Committee.
You go to the other one first. I just wanted to remind the people that might be watching and for the purpose of the community. Ken DeSeagart was here a few meetings back talking about the school improvement process, and the members of our team, submitted almost 100 names to Patron Insight that represented several different, a cross-section of our community, from parents to non-parents to business to faith-based groups to you name it. And from that, they randomly selected 47 names to invite to participate in our school improvement process. And from that, they were hoping to get between 30 and 35 members to serve on the committee. So what you see before you are the, I can't even see that hardly, the subgroups. And the members of the community, from that point, once the members of the community decided that they could commit the time to it, then they were asked to submit what area they would be most interested in serving. So there are subcommittees, as you can see here, there are 5, and every member there got their first choice. So the subcommittees then met collectively on the 26th of February at the junior high at 6:30, and Ken DeSeagart and Rick Nobles kicked the process off. Mr. Packard and I gave some introductory welcome and thank yous, and since then they've been on their way. And Mrs. McCutcheon chairs one committee, and they met last night. Our job, and so the building principals, and you can go to the next one now, Nancy. Sorry. And we'll give this to you, RD, if you'd like it. So the committee dates for their first meeting and who the chair people are for each one of those committees is there. And I don't plan to go to any of the meetings unless asked. We just want to make sure that they have everything they need in terms of baseline information and are comfortable. So I know that all the building principals have this information. They're asked to make sure that they make themselves available to any of the committees for because the learning curve can be steep in some of those areas. For example, with the parent community involvement, I had Stevie connect with Greg because Greg talked about parent engagement a few meetings ago. So bring these people in and talk to them. I'm really excited about the potential of what comes from this. I think hopefully what will come back up as a re-energized goal will be early childhood. I'm predicting that because it's not finished off the previous ones, but plan to be done in May with the entire process, and there'll be some interface with you in the meantime. So a good group of folks that are very committed to helping us move the district forward, and it'll be our plan, not any one person's plan, and we'll redo the goals that are back here behind us, and that'll be our marching orders for the next foreseeable future. So.
That first group's really motivated to meet at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
No, look where they're meeting at.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, coffee mine.
So we're off and running. Greg, if you had anything you'd add to that.
It was a good first start, and the subcommittees met for a while during that first meeting just to kind of work through. As we talked about, the CSIP now is no longer strictly an accountability document. There's the ability to make it something that works for us. However, as the groups got into it, while flexibility is good, there's very little direction and a template to follow. So they asked Mr. DeSeagart for some sample CSIPs from other districts just to see a structure of kind of how to work, and I think that was helpful. So we have several samples that he provided directly to each of the members for them to just look at some structures. So all of the first official subcommittee meetings are taking place now, and depending on how those, you could have a couple of those if the subcommittee wants to meet a couple of times prior to our next full group meeting to kind of share out with the group thoughts from each subcommittee. So I think it got off to a very good start. I'm really interested to see where it goes.
When is the next committee meeting?
Full committee,
Yes?
it's mid-March.
17th.
Yeah.
At 6:30, junior cafeteria.
And the
Is it all right
second,
if we attend that, even just to observe?
You say you're observing, but. Yeah, I offered to
got
go
pulled in,
to,
I had
Miss
questions.
McCutcheon's chairing one of the committees, I offered to go. I know Kelly stopped by and Jim did. They don't want us there. No, I'm just kidding.
I think there's some
No.
value in that. I think we kind of have an ability just by our presence to sort of steer the discussion in one way or the other. I don't intend to go unless asked. I had a conversation with Karen Daly about school board governance and what that really means, but I don't really intend to go. I don't think we need to disturb the process. It's the community that's doing it.
And I'm going to be so excited to hear the final report. Hear what they come up with.
Well, Kelly went to your meeting and I think Jim Pritchett stopped by too, right?
We had questions, and Mr. Hinshaw was able to answer them right then and there, and so it actually allowed our meeting to progress.
But I think it's different when you guys go than when we go.
But I promised I would only answer questions.
And I think you guys can provide that subject matter expertise. I think we have a tendency to shift the process, and that's my personal feeling. I really
Well,
want to go and
yeah.
disturb what the work they're doing. But I'm happy to answer the questions if contacted, like Karen did. But I think that's everybody's individual decision. I don't think we ought to do that as a board.
So I guess to answer your question, Jeannie, if you're comfortable, you can reach via
Sorry, I won't go.
via.
Forget it.
Didn't mean it.
Just forget it.
Just
you can sit back
Wear
by
a
me.
disguise.
'cause
Well, Gene,
Just
I was
put that
invited-
hair back up in the
Yeah.
dew, like, and nobody will recognize you.
I was invited to the meeting for
I
the
think that's
community
different.
involvement and just to be there and answer some questions about a lot of research that I've done in the session I went to at MSBA. So I said, sure, I'll come and sit and provide some information, but
We've asked a lot of them, of the
Yeah.
committee members in a short period of time that they're
Yeah.
together, so.
so yeah, if you reach out via email and say I'd like to come sit, and if you need me for anything, just you may get invited to one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I would approach it.
Okay.